Yo guys, what's going on? Today I'm going to be talking to you about whether or not carbs make you fat. Low carb diets have become very famous now for the past few years, and I would know because in the past I too used to follow one. One of the main reasons why people think that carbohydrates make you fat is because of the hormone insulin. Insulin is a hormone produced by the pancreas. When you eat food, the nutrients it contains make their way into your bloodstream. Insulin then receives the nutrients and causes them to be absorbed into muscle and fat tissues. The latter role of absorbing them into fat tissues is why people think that insulin makes you fat. By extension, they think that carbohydrates make you fat because carbohydrates spike insulin levels more than fats and proteins do. To break it down further, they basically believe that high amounts of carbohydrates equals high amounts of insulin, which means storing a lot of fat, which means you become fat. And that might sound true for a second, but it's not. The only thing that actually makes you fat is overeating, period. If somebody overconsumes, specifically if they eat in a big caloric surplus, meaning that they eat way more calories than they burn per day, then they will gain fat, regardless if they are eating high carb or low carb. And if somebody eats in a caloric deficit, they burn more calories than they consume. Even if they do so while they're eating a relatively high carbohydrate diet, then they are going to lose fat. In fact, Professor Mark Hub ate nothing but the most unhealthy carbohydrate sources, absolute junk food, for 11 weeks, yet he still lost 27 pounds. And the reason why is because he was in a caloric deficit. Now, obviously I'm not telling you to do that, but you get the point. Moreover, carbohydrates are your primary energy source. If you want to get best results, then you want to train to the best of your ability. And carbohydrates allow you to do that. And insulin actually has anti-catabolic properties, which basically means that it can help you preserve muscle. In fact, professional bodybuilders actually inject themselves with insulin for that very reason. And again, I'm not telling you to do this, but hopefully again, you get the point. And one more thing is that if someone in the gym tells you next time that don't have carbohydrates or anything that's going to spike insulin, tell him that what is probably his favorite drink, what he's gonna have right after his workout, whey protein, actually spikes insulin quite a lot as well. The bottom line is that carbohydrates are not your enemy. Rather, they are your friend. They are your friend, for example, when it comes to the gym, because they're going to provide you with a lot of energy. And they're also going to be even more of your friend if the bulk of them are coming from healthy and nutritious sources. Your only enemy or enemies are, number one, those that propagate such lies so that you can buy into their rubbish, number one. And number two, overeating is your enemy. No matter where those calories are coming from, if you are overeating, that is what is going to make you fat, not carbohydrates.